Okay, before we start this video, I just want to offer a really quick, really sincere apology for the lack of Junior Eurovision reviews that we've had this year. The intention was to do as I normally do with Eurovision songs and review every single one the day after they were released, obviously with Europe as my co-host, but unfortunately things just didn't work out. We got, I think, 3 songs in, and then university hit me like a ton of bricks, so I really did not have the time to work on the videos. Not to mention I had an attack of depression as well, which really slowed down all of my videos, not just Eurovision reviews, for an entire month. And by the time I was back on track, both emotionally and also with my university work, there just wasn't time. Every single song had been released, and we just could not catch up. And I think Europe has also had a bit of trouble with getting her reviews together as well, so I'm mostly at fault because I could have done the reviews without her if she wasn't feeling up to it, and obviously I wasn't able to because I had a load of work to do, and also I wasn't feeling my best. So I know this won't quite make up for it, but we are going to pick up where we left off tradition-wise and do the pre-show review, analysing the entire show, you know, in running order, give our thoughts, and hopefully that will make up for the lack of reviews. And then, of course, tomorrow we'll have the post-show review where we look at, you know, who won, who's next, you decide. No, that's Epic Rap Battles of History. Who won and what we think of the show, and we'll go through it in order of placing from, well, I think highest to lowest, because I think people are more interested in hearing what we think about the winner, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So, this video, analysing all of the songs in running order, featuring Europe, of course, and hopefully hearing our opinions here will make up for the fact that we didn't have time to do in-depth analyses of most of them. Again, I'm really sorry, but let's not get too hung up on that. Well, over to you, me. Okay, yes, thank you, past me. I am Tessellating Hexagons, and this video is kind of the culmination of several months of overdueness. It feels like months anyway, but I have a guest, the same guest that would have been in the videos that we didn't do because difficulties. Care to introduce your face?
Hello everybody, Europe here again for a Junior Eurovision thing. Yeah!
Yeah. So, as I already explained, we just didn't have time in the end to do each song individually. It's been a hectic year. I mean, first of all, it's been 2016. What more needs saying? TB McHatchingtons.
Yeah.
So, to make up for it, and we were going to do this anyway, but just pretend that we're making up for it, we're going to do our pre-show review and analyse all 17 of the songs in running order in advance of the show, which is a thing that's happening. Could you word it better than that? I feel like you could, because I can't word.
Okay, basically, to translate from what Tess just said, we'll go through each of the songs in running order, say some stuff about each one, and then we will do big votey stuff things, yes, and good.
Yes, and we're not going to go quite as in-depth in these analyses as we would in a full-bodied review, but we're going to do our best to make up for it. And yeah, at the end we'll give our points, and who our winner would be is a thing we shall find out. Grammar. I am the best at it.
Clearly.
So, song number 1 in the running order, Ireland, with their second ever Junior Eurovision attempt, is Zena Donnelly with Break It or Break It, I believe it's pronounced. And what do you think of this song, Europe Face?
I really like this song. Very Irish, but also very 2016.
I agree with that in more ways than can Grammar good. Like, it sounds like it would come from the same album as Sunlight. I'm just throwing that one out there. It's got the same kind of instrumentation to it.
Only better performed. Ooh!
I mean, that's a sick burn, but it's true. I am kind of low-key glad that it's Zena, just on an aesthetic level. I didn't hear any of the Irish national finalists from this year, but it's just, oh, Zena, she came second in the national final last year, so I recognise her name, therefore I want her to do well, which I hate that mentality, but I hate myself for holding that mentality, so
I didn't listen to any of the Irish songs in the national selection either, so I don't really have a biased opinion one way or the other.
Fair enough. I don't even remember her song from last year anyway, so Anyway, the lyrics of this one I find to be ridiculously easy to mishear. Like, I swear, one of the verses sounds like something like, "Don't touch Lara Croft, she's so last year," or something like that. Which, that's completely on me, I'm not going to deny that. But the song, it's fun, it's goodly upbeat, there's something distinctly Irish about it, like we were saying. even though there's no obvious ties to it apart from the language. Like, it doesn't have the river dance, the accordion, the violin, the toilet, and all of that. But it's probably more chartable than Sunlight, by the way, just throwing that one out there. Although the budget feels about the same, if only because the drum loop sounds just as artificial as the one in Sunlight, so... it's still pretty good, though, and she's a nice girl, so... Ireland! So second up in the running order, we have Armenia, Anahit, and Mary, I'm assuming, and Tarber. Oh, I forgot to mention, the Irish song means brick by brick, and Armenia, Tarber, means different. Because I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. That's not even that song.
Yeah, Tess, get your songs, right? I really like this song. So catchy, so upbeat, so aesthetically pleasing, because the lyrics of the song match the outfits that they're wearing, and it's all so... Yes, it's amazeballs.
There's sass pouring out of every space on the stage, in slightly more professional terms. It does feel like this one's cut from the same sort of songwriting cloth as the Armenian entry last year in the junior contest, which is not a problem at all, because, it sounds clean, it sounds professional, well put together, and all without sacrificing the singer's integrities.
Exactly.
I feel as though it's infectiously catchy, but in my initial thoughts, I said this shouldn't be too late in the running order, otherwise it would lose impact, and it's song number 2, so, lovely. Judging by how Armenia's been doing at the contest lately, this could be either a dark horse or just an outright do-well song person time town pants. I don't necessarily see it winning, but it will probably do really well, so...
Armenia tends to do well in the junior contest anyway, like... If this comes, below top 5, the fandom will just cry blue blibben murder and saying, "Oh my god, this song was so underrated."
Oh my god, I need to bring the televote back.
Yeah.
We should kick the juries out forever as punishment. Steady on. Steady on there, children. Actually, the children of Eurovision are actually a lot more mature than a lot of the fans. Discuss. Fight me. Song number 3... Albania, Klesta Chehaya, Besoy, which means, believe or trust, I trust that something will happen, that kind of meaning. And, it's Albania!
I told you. Didn't I tell you?
What did you tell me?
I said that I would like this song a little bit more if they revamped it a bit, which they did, and I do. I'm not going to be one of those fans that's just oh, I've liked this song from the beginning, that's why it's so high in my now top 17 when I've put it so low in
I will absolutely take that stance.
in the past. But I'll admit, I wasn't overly keen on this at first, but since the revamp it has grown on me. But I'm not going to be one of those fans that's just oh, I've liked this song from the beginning, what are you talking about? But Tess genuinely has liked this song from the beginning. So, yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about? But I'll try not to repeat anything I said in the initial review, but I will say, of the revamp, it does everything that a revamp should do at Eurovision in general. It takes everything that was great about the original and adds to it without taking away any of the good stuff. There's an awkward pause in the original version between the chorus and the second verse, which we picked up on in our initial review, and they filled that with... not intrusive noise, but just enough to let you know that the song's not over yet. And the instrumentation has been adjusted, but they've kept the, not the electronic spanky wind noise, but you know when she starts singing the chorus, there's that sort of kind of noise. They kept that, and I'm so glad. It's just, this song does so much right. So, song number 4, Russia, Sofia Fisenko, now called the Water of Life Project, and the song Water of Life. Originally Zhivaya Voda, which means living water. Same thing.
I don't know how to feel about this particular song, to be quite honest. Because it is lovely, it is beautiful, it's got a good message to it. It's just... Are the 3 other girls incredibly this vital that they've had to be, woven into the entry? And... Oh, what was my other point? Oh, yeah! It's overrated by the fandom, just like Russia's entry in the adult contest. So... It's just a thing whenever Russia tries something different, it's going to be loved by the fandom.
Because in the adult contest, they ditched the apology songs, and in the junior contest, they ditched the dream songs.
Exactly!
But yeah, I don't bear this song any ill will, because it is pretty good. It is suitably atmospheric. Everything we said in the initial review still stands, and I didn't pay too much attention to the revamp. I don't know how revamped it actually is, but from what I've heard of it, yeah, it does sound really credible. But just credible, not incredible. Like, I can see why people like this song. I can't see why people like this song at the exclusion of all else. Like, yeah, it's pretty good. They've got great voices. It's a good tune. It's got nice traditional elements in there, but in a really credible current song. But I don't see what makes it so far and away special compared to the rest. Like, I think it's okay, but for me it's only mid-table. But I don't begrudge anyone else the right to like it.
Exactly. It's just seeing it at the top of everyone's top 17s gets a bit samey, really.
It gets very stale very quickly.
Anyway, song number 5, Malta!
Christina Magrin! As opposed to Christina Margin, as I'm sure people are so keen to misspell it. And the song Parachute. Which means parachute, because it's in English.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's not even the tune, Laura. This is so good. This is so adorable and cute.
I know, right?
So, have Malta sent your winning song 4 years in a row? We will have to wait and see. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I'll try not to be so obvious this time. But I will say with this one, though, Christina, she has got big boots to fill, because since Malta returned to the contest in 2013, they have been going from strength to strength to strength. Oh my giddy wow. And she delivers, I think. I will concede the opening note of the song sounds far too much like she's trying to emulate Not My Soul, like she's just trying to ride the success of, Destiny earned her victory on the merit of how powerful her voice is and how bombastic her stage presence is, and this feels like the opening note is trying a bit too hard to say, hey, remember last year's winner? I'm from that country too. But, as we said, this song is cute and really good. It's got a really respectable budget behind it, it's got a genuine pop song sound, like this could chart in most countries. Like, you wouldn't even be able to tell that she's as young as she is and it could chart. My first concern when I heard this for the first time was that maybe it could be one of those songs where they try a bit too hard to show off her voice, and so if something goes wrong on the night, then the whole song will just collapse, which would be a huge shame, because this is a good one. I do think choreography will be absolutely key, so I haven't seen much of the rehearsal footage, but I hope, beyond hope, that she's not just standing there on stage going ooh, 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 and standing like a lemon. But chill out. This is Malta. They're probably going to impress. Just saying.
To put your fears at rest, she doesn't just stand there when she's doing the ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, sing in tune, Laura, that would be helpful, but she doesn't just stand there, she does do movement. Anyway, song number 6, Bulgaria.
Ah, the Bulge. One of the earliest selected artists, I think, like, not the earliest, but fairly early, but then the song was released later down the line. It's Lydia Ganeva, or Ganeva, Lydia, and Magical Day brackets Volsheben Den, which means magical day, because Volshebny is we learned last year that Volshebstvo is Russian for magic or sorcery, so you could sort of extrapolate what it is in Bulgarian. So how do you feel about this one then, Lozzie Sausage Poo Poo?
It's so cute and adorable. Again, it's another one of those ones that was, like, incredibly overrated by the fandom. Like, if Russia wasn't their first song in their top whatever, then Bulgaria would have been. And this was hyped, not only by the fandom, but also by BNT, because reading something that I read saying that BNT have the confidence that this song is a potential winner. Yes, so are the other 16 songs competing.
Yeah.
But this is so cute and adorable. I don't know what more I can say.
Yeah, I didn't have much to say about this one either when I put together my notes for this video, because, oh my goodness, I made notes. Scandal. But, like, this is one of those songs where it's wise beyond its years, I think, in the same way that, Prida Vesna for Ukraine, that had this, like people were complaining that, oh no, they're kids, they shouldn't be singing about this, because it's, like, too mature, or something.
Yes, that was 2014, and yeah, that was Ukraine 2014, yeah.
I feel like people would look at it that way, but they don't because it's Bulgaria, but I'm sort of, I shouldn't be okay with that, and I am, just because Bulgaria is just like Europe's sweetheart in the junior contest, which is okay, because Bulgaria, we love you, you're so cute and you're the bulge. But yeah, this one, kind of a noteworthily big-budget professional sound to it, and again, doesn't compromise on sincerity to the artist, but in my opinion, it's slow to get going, and when it does get going, it doesn't go that far. But, I mean, it's pleasant. It's not Bulgaria's strongest, but it's definitely not their weakest. So, I respect this one. And if you like it, then good. It's a legitimate song. You're welcome to like it. You're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Yeah!
Song number 7, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, with Martija Stanojkovic and Love Will Lead Our Way, Ljubov ta ne vodi, which means Love Will Lead Our Way, I think. Do we have any word about this one? Because there were rumours that it might be disqualified because Macedonia has some sort of ongoing dispute with their national copyright system, saying that no, you can't show this song on TV and you can't show Serbia's either, but shh, Serbia's song number 12, we can't talk about them yet because spoilers. But do we know that Macedonia will definitely be in and okay with this? Because I can't help but worry.
Well, they're in Malta and they've been rehearsing. It would be kind of a dick move not to be. Anyway, on to the song itself. I can definitely tell that Justin Bieber is an inspiration of hers because, I don't know why, but to me the chorus kind of reminds me of the song Sorry by Justin Bieber.
I wouldn't know.
The chorus is quite catchy, the verses are nice, but yeah, it's a good song. I can see why people like it.
There were ripples for a while of people saying that, oh my god, PhD Macedonia is going to win this year, and then those rumours kind of died down a little, I think. I don't know. But it feels like this one had more money thrown at it than their last 2 entries in the junior contest combined. But it shows. Like, this sounds like an actual pop song that could chart. My only concern is it could be one of those songs that's too adult contest friendly to appeal to the audience, but then again the audience can't vote, so the joke's on them. And also, her voice does that Balkan thing in the chorus. Like, this isn't a problem, because Macedonia did it last year, Montenegro did it last year, and the tune sounds like it's about to be off-key and flat, but no, that's just how it's written, and it's fine. So, depending on how much energy is put into it live, that could completely murder it, or that could completely slay, which somehow mean 2 completely opposing things, but she has to keep her voice under control. But I foresee this one at least getting them out of their losing streak for a change, assuming it's not disqualified in the next week. Well, not even week. In fact, this is going to be uploaded on the day of the contest, so gives you a bit of a sign of when we recorded it. Song number 8, Poland, and Olivia Wieczorek, and Nie zapomnij, which I think means don't forget.
Welcome back to the contest, Poland. It took you 11 years, but welcome back. You have surely been
I could just
missed.
imagine all the other countries just swarming around Poland, pinching their cheeks and saying, oh my god, you've grown so much, because the last time you were here you were like 2 years old, and now you're a fully grown country. That is absolutely not what this is. They've been gone for a very long time, and now they're back. And I think they came last both times they were in it. They didn't do very good.
They came last both times, and both times with 3 points. And because of how the voting system works in the junior contest, with every song getting 12 points from the beginning, I don't think that that's the case anymore.
I was going to say they're guaranteed to do better this time anyway, but I mean, even factoring that out, they're going to do better this time, definitely.
Like, their last 2 songs were very of that time. Like, their last entry before this, 2004's, you could definitely tell it was a sort of mid-2000s song. This, amazing, mind-blowing. Such powerful voice and such a tiny little girl, oh my gosh!
It's sort of the same kind of timeless as In the Name of Love from 2015, but, like, not in a bad way, by any means. Like, it's got modern kind of budget flavouring to it. Like I mean high budget, not Tesco value budget. And it's... like, listening to this one, I'm just like, yep, that sure is the Polish language. But yeah, I know this one has especially meaningful lyrics, so absolute credit there. It's going to be lost on a lot of people, but this one, like, we've been told by expert inside sources that the lyrics in this one are, like, really super clever and mature and stuff. Like, wow. But in any case, I think, despite the hype, it's going to take a stellar live performance to get this one to land properly, although, I mean, it's been shown that she can perform live and people do like her. My concern is it feels worryingly like a slightly more likeable version, for want of a better word, of A Million Lights from the Netherlands that one time. But still, it's a return that Poland can be proud of. It's not bad. If it were down to me, I wouldn't be too convinced by it, but I'd be happy to be wrong about it in general. Like, it is good. I'm not too crazy about it. Like, if she gets even one note wrong, it will show painfully much, but if they use the bridge at around 2 minutes 20, or at least that was where it was in the video that I watched, then it will absolutely, it will slay hardcore if she gets the notes right and they use that bit in the recap. Or at least it would if we were having televoters anyway. Song number 9 next, because 9 comes after 8 alphabetically.
Numerically, not alphabetically. Gosh. Anyway.
Well, alphabetically as well.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yes, Belarus.
Alexander Mignonok. It's nice to see that they finally settled on a way of spelling his name, because it was spelled with a yo, and they spelled it with an e for so many times. And the song Muzika Moich Pobied. Music, well, that means the music of my victories, but they've put in brackets, music is my only way, because that's the name of the English version of the song. And I stand by what I said. It sounds like the ultimate Junior Eurovision song in terms of, like, not cliches, but, like, it's the archetypal Junior Eurovision song, but people don't like it for some reason.
Particularly with this one and Cyprus, but that's song number 16. I can't spoil too much here. But people are of the mindset that boys can't sing, therefore they shouldn't. And these are the same people that like Sergei Lazarev from the adult contest. If you want boys to grow up to be singers like Sergei, then you should really be showing more support to young male singers. You can't just say that Junior Eurovision is a female-exclusive contest. So anyway, on to the Belarusian entry. I still really like this one. I prefer the Russian version more than the English version, because the English version sounds very jazzy, and the Russian version sounds very more upbeat and more chartable and more popular. But he does do, like, from what I've seen in a rehearsal, I think he does do one chorus in English, so yay.
I mean, given that the chorus is just a list of musical genres, is it really that easy to tell what language he's singing in?
Does on the last 2 lines, Tess! Oh my gosh! Anyway, you made a comment saying the way that he says funk worries you greatly.
This is true. It does sound a lot like
a swear word.
He said the funk word.
Oh my gosh, he said the funk word!
Well, immediately following it in the running order, unless they cut to a break, but then it'll still be following it after the break, is song number 10, Ukraine, Sophia Roll, formerly Sophia Roll, with 2 eyes for some reason, and Planet Craves for Love.
Yes, this is so beautiful and sweet, and it's so yay!
Out of context, this one is super forgettable, but in the moment, it's actually really good. Like, I'm not dissing it in any way, if that's a word that people still say. Like, I like this, but I keep forgetting how it goes, and it's not the first time a Eurovision song has had that effect on me, but it's good, but really not that memorable, but it's good. So, I like it. It's Ukraine.
I like it too, a lot more than their last entry. Mainly because the audience isn't fan-wanking over her face.
Ew, but true.
Italy!
Fiamma Boccia and Carabama, Dear Mom, and this one is so cute! I can't even, it's adorable! My soul!
How am I supposed to follow that with a response?
Try to be a bit more serious, but it's just, it's so cute! I can't, I'm dying of feels, I am crying ultra-manly tears of solid diamond. Brilliant voice, amazing stuff, and it's so cute!
I'll agree with you on all of that. I think this will touch a few hearts in the audience. I think this will, like, Malta, Italy, Malta, Italy. Are we just going to have a repeating pattern of a Malta, Italy cycle?
Well, I would be happy if this one, but somehow I don't know if it will, but it's so sweet!
It is adorable, Af. I have nothing to discredit this. This is just so cute.
I can't hold all of this squee.
Moving on to Serbia before I go insane.
Song number 12, yeah, Serbia, Dunja, Jelicic, and Ula-la-la-la-la.
Zajedno, ula-la-la-la, oko celo sveta. This is probably going to get flagged by the Macedonian people because they're not liking this song either.
Well, I will say, with this one, again, you can hear the budget, although to be fair, you could do that with the past couple of entries from Serbia as well. And I don't know why Serbia's entry last year was so easy to forget. Like, that's an example of what I was saying about Ukraine. Like, Serbia last year, really forgettable, but really good. But this one, not forgettable at all. It's a lot more summery than, well, the other songs, both from Serbia and in general in this edition. My very first thought when I heard it was like that it was a weird mix of Ariana Grande's Problem and Uptown Funk, but with enough original content for that to sound like a really weird and contrived description, you know what I mean?
I feel you, Tess.
But yeah, this one is properly decent. Like, the first time I heard it, I thought maybe it was missing something, and I don't know. As always, as long as her voice doesn't let her down on the night, which is just the common theme of this year, then it'll make the audience feel good, and I think it will fetch a good score, because it's, yeah, me gusta.
She's on the hoverboard on the stage.
Yeah, this is just the year of the hoverboards, which don't even hover.
In this, it fits more so than in Belarus, because, spoilers, Belarus have the hoverboard or the swegway. Following on from that, song number 13, Israel, Sheer and Tim with Follow My Heart.
Which means Follow My Heart, because the title is not in Hebrew, but most of the song is. Apart from the bits that aren't. But all joking aside, holy shizwizzle, this actually sounds like it could be an adult Eurovision entry, like an actual proper adult Eurovision entry for Israel. It's actually really good. It's got a huge budget, well, comparatively, like for a Junior Eurovision song, it's got a huge budget. It's conscious of the medium in which it's being performed, and it's performed well. Honestly, this could be a contender. And also, Sheer and Tim, they have good synergy between them. Well, it certainly sounds like it anyway. As long as they have good chemistry live and they can harmonise as well as they can in the studio, then I don't know, but this is an absolute bombshell for them to return to the contest on, so would it be cultural appropriation to say Mazel Tov Israel? Because, I mean, I liked Let the Music Win from 2012, but this is a proper step. Put that in your Lego staircase.
The only comment I have on this was when I first, saw, because a lot of people use, an image of Sheer and Tim from, the album art and stuff, my first thought was that they look like they're from a sitcom from the 90s. No!
I see it.
But yes, this is a really good song, and a lot of people have ranked this so low, probably because they were expecting something just as good as Let the Music Win, and they feel like they've been let down for some reason. I still think this is a good song.
On balance, maybe it's a little bit cheesy, maybe it's only a tiny bit dated just because this is 2016, but I like it. I think it's really good, so the rest of the fandom can continue playing with their butts for all I care. Anyway, song number 14, Australia, who are still with us, and I'm okay with this. Alexa Curtis, and We Are.
Fun fact, she actually came first in the edition of The Voice that Bella Page came second in.
So Australia in the junior contest are doing with The Voice what Cyprus in the adult contest were doing with their national final from 2015.
Yeah! When I first saw the song title, I thought that there was a bit missing from it. We are. We are what? We are potatoes?
No, that's Ireland.
Anyway, this song does, what is it with Australia and their female empowerment? Well, just empowerment in general, but to me it sounds like something that could be in a chick flick. It's good. It's good. I feel like a similar vein to last year, where vocals are everything. And because Alexa won The Voice Kids Australia, I feel like should have more pressure to, absolutely slay live. And I've said rehearsal, she's good. She good.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that much pressure because last year's live vocals really, really let them down, I think. It could well happen this year as well, but I mean, this is Alexa Curtis. We're not in the old ballpark anymore. We're going down the road to the big budget speakeasy to listen to Australia's... Where am I going with this? But, okay, listening to it, it sounds like it's about to be really preachy when you listen to it, and that doesn't really count against it, because the lyrics are, for what they're worth, actually really solid. And it sounds like, again, a legitimate real-world pop song that could chart in basically any country apart from the UK, because we're crap like that. It sort of reminds me of, I get mental images of this just being Marlisa Punzalan's Stand By You, the sequel. But in a good way. It's a little by the books, and it sounds like a stereotypical late 2000s, early 2010s adult Eurovision winner by numbers, but I think it stands. It could stand in the adult contest too, so, I mean, props Australia. As far as Eurovision countries go, Australia consistently has their shit together, and just top-notch stuff. Song number 15, The Noodle Hands, Kisses and Dancing. That's the song that Well, I would say that we'd like to forget about, but I mean, I don't bear any ill will against it. I don't think anyone outright hates it. It's just a bit of a controversial decision. Sort of. I know, you could probably phrase it better than I can.
Controversial? Controversial how?
It's controversial in the same way that rhubarb is a controversial flavour of pie. What? It's a rhubarb song. There we go.
Well, okay then. This is so fun. This is so... Yes. Welcome back, Netherlands. You've returned to form after a couple of years of stuff. This is so fun. I do hope that they go with their second outfit rather than their first, because they had two different outfits.
Which one was that? Because I did see one outfit that was, that it was like black but with like neon writing, and two of them, it says like on their front, everything on fleek, which I wouldn't use to describe this song. Like, it's not bad. I feel like this one will... I think ultimately it might end up the same way as Belgium in Adult Eurovision this year, where by itself there might not be that much hype about the song, but because the singer, or in this case singers, believe in it so purely and sincerely and so cutely, it could win people over simply because, well, they believe in it, why doesn't everybody else? Because by itself, the song's a little bit easy to leave by the wayside, but I don't know, I think the kisses could work their magic.
Their second outfit is white, decorated with, like, music notes and various colourful pictures and stuff.
It's a bit easier to take seriously then.
I prefer that more to the everything on fleek. Cyprus! Cypipoo!
Oh, Cypipoo. George, well, is it pronounced Michaelides? George Meh and dance floor. My world is a dance floor.
You couldn't see me, but I was waving my Cypipoo flag with enthusiasm. I quite like this, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah. A lot of people support him, but a lot of people support not supporting him. You could tell when the song starts that it's building up to something fun. Although, I do think that the music video that they uploaded to the Junior Eurovision YouTube channel, it seems to suggest that the talent that he has for dancing kind of exists in exchange for him having not too much charisma or rapport with the camera, but, I mean, hey, the instrumental is pretty fun. But as long as his stage presence is on fleek, that's probably what's going to at least convince people of the song's legitimacy. But yeah, that will be the dividing line between whether this comes across as fun or cheesy. Like, this could be anywhere on a scale between Ipio or Morphimera, which was the previous Cypriot entry, or Ofridi Musica, which one of Macedonia's songs that I really liked and everybody else hated. But also, separate thought, at the end of the music video, does he kick himself in the head? Is he okay?
He's alive! He's alive and well. He is in Malta,
Well,
rest
that's good.
assured.
He's accidentally kicked into his head the idea of actually decent staging, because I was so worried that they would take this one and do what they did with Cyprus a couple of years ago, where it's a dance song and there's only one person on stage and she doesn't really move around all that much. Whereas him, from what I've seen, there's plenty of dancing, which is good, because that would be a really awkward thing to do, to pick a dancer as your singer and then have no dancing. So, from what I've seen of the staging, it's a work of art, to be sure. What do you think?
I'll agree with you there. I mean, a lot of the fandom seem to think, oh, he should really be in Young Dancers because he can dance really well, but he can't sing for hell. I'm fairly certain that CYBC know what they're doing when choosing a singer. Or at least I'd like to think so. Yeah, this song is good. I just worry that it'll just... He has so much energy. I'm just worried about that fizzling out on the night.
Yeah. Like, if he spends far too much energy on the choreography, then he might run out of breath for the singing and it'll sound even worse.
Anyway, last song of the evening.
Georgia, Mariam Mamadashvili, and Mzeo, which I think means sun. I haven't had much confirmation of this, but like sun as in the sun in the sky, not like a really young girl singing about her preteen pregnancy, because that would just be... Now that's something you shouldn't sing about at Junior Eurovision.
Why does everyone hate this song? It is so precious and adorable. It sounds like it should be in a musical. Oh my gosh.
I agree there. Although, like, the opening bars really do sound like the, like that thing that they've introduced fairly recently, the song is about to start kind of jingle, you know, like in Eurovision 2013 and 14, the Junior Eurovision. I think they've got one for this year as well. And then the fact that everything just stops right after that doesn't really help all that much. But yeah, I agree, it sounds like something out of a musical, but not the sort of musical that kids would really go for. So on a technical level, like, if I were to have done the proper review for the song, then technical score would be through the roof, but personal opinion... not very high. Like, it's mood heavy, it's really effective in context. I just like the other songs more. It's not something that I feel like a lot of the audience will go out of their way to listen to. But I think they'll definitely benefit Georgia this year will benefit from being 100% jury votes. And I'm really glad this one is nowhere near Albania in the running order, because they sound kind of similar in genre, but Albania's execution, in my opinion, is a lot better. So, no offense to Mariam and her lovely voice and actually pretty good stage presence, but this one's just not for me personally. But I can see how other people might like it, and I'm okay with that.
I think I just really like this because I'm a really musical person. Anyway, Georgia is just one of those countries that the fandom is never happy with in the junior contest, because they're not happy when they take it seriously, like this song, but they're also not happy when they send
stuff like Funky Lemonade.
Yeah. Or the songs that they won with.
So Georgia is overall a bit of a wild card, and this year's done nothing to shift that.
Exactly. So, that's all the entries, unless you want to review the interval act.
All we know is that there will be Destiny, and there will be Polly, and Jedward are there for some reason, and... But that's none of our concern. So, I know, obviously we wish them all the very best of luck, and once again, apologies, I would have loved to have done proper reviews of all of them, but time pressure simply didn't allow for it, so thanks for understanding. So, is that all we have to say for the contest?
Indeed doodle.
Okay, well, join us again tomorrow for the post-show review. I think we could do it tomorrow, we'll see. Again, time pressures, they are a thing. But for now, I will say that I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons.
I've been Europe's Gallo 8.
And of course, best of luck to all of the contestants, but especially Italy and Albania and Armenia and all of the rest that are good. Yeah, but they're all good though. Okay, we'll just go and watch the contest and see who the winner is, and we will congratulate them. And you should too. See you then.
Bye!